guys, I'm Sync.
And I'm Echo.
And we're back once again playing Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. In the last episode, we have now Dahlia Hawthorne on the ropes. She doesn't have much to go on now. So we are going to be hearing about 5 years ago to gain some light into what happened then and what possible motive she would have to murder her older sister, Valerie Hawthorne. Let's do this.
5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister, Valerie, brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me for shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived. I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life.
Okay, straightforward, I guess.
Very straightforward.
If you believe that. The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred.
Or, you know.
Not.
Or like, she was just emotionally constipated from the beginning.
With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe that after all of that, she murdered her sister? Preposterous. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Faye?
Yes, Your Honor.
As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping.
Or is she? Because she fucking jumped off the bridge and they made the whole plan up themselves.
I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Sure.
No.
If your definition of gentle is going full force and not letting up.
If your definition of gentle is literally do not ask her any question, then I'm gonna say no.
Right.
Mr. Edgeworth got to jump on me again. Oops.
Ha. If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. We still got the info. That ace up our sleeve.
What info? Oh my god!
Come on now, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already.
The curse of being the protag.
The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged.
That's right. It was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us that in the lobby.
I'll do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says.
What we're just saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too.
Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret.
5 years ago. So...
Hang on. Do not press the Y button.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think we have anything that
do the... Dusky Bridge.
Map? I was just saying if we have anything that says planned kidnapping, but...
Unfortunately, we don't.
I'm sorry. It's still this silhouette. With quite obviously Lista Foster after we just fucking found out. Look, her tag changed too.
Yeah, Dahlia, yeah.
Oh wait, okay, yeah.
And it was a raw piece of diamond.
She made the
exchange, shot in the arm. That's when Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind.
I was afraid might be kidnapped again. So change identity, start new life. Oops, okay.
Moment of truth for the witness too. Once the truth about this staged kidnapping comes out, everyone in the court will know how much of a...
Jezebel?
I've never used that word in a sentence. She really is. Yeah, you're right, it is Jezebel.
I just got to prove the kidnapping was a hoax.
And what's the one piece of evidence that contradicts what we know?
She made the exchange. Oh wait. Okay. It didn't say anything about it. It didn't say, where did it say that he... Okay, so
Shot?
But she did make the exchange, but it didn't say anything about the diamond getting lost.
Yeah.
But we know it got lost. I just want to press before I present, because Ace Attorney has taught me that I think too far ahead. That was a dangerous thing to do considering you were being held hostage. Yes, but actually, that saved my life.
What do you mean?
You see, Mr. Falls was holding a knife in his right hand. Somehow, I just knew he was going to use it. I knew he was going to use that knife to kill me. That's why my sister shot him. It was to save me.
Okay, that didn't give us anything.
Okay.
Falls tried to kill me.
I want to see that one too. I'd like to hear more about what happened right at that moment. Well, when Mr. Falls was shot in the right arm, he let go of me. I was dazed. I tried to turn and run away, but Mr. Falls tried to grab me as well. As I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second. He gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin.
But bloodthirsty? Ooh.
What? Do not say that, sir! And in the next instant...
I advise the court remember that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift.
I was a strong swimmer, but I was knocked out. When I came to, I had been carried away by the river to a strange place. Huh.
It's called a delta.
Yeah. I'm thinking. Most people get lost to the rapids. They're going unconscious, quote unquote, save her life. Like, I'm just thinking about this not in her standpoint. But, like, I'm thinking, what if she have lost unconscious? Would that really explain the her miraculous survival?
I mean...
But, okay, I'm just gonna go on. I'll never forget that day. The crumbling bridge, nowhere to run. Just one little shovel behind. That was it. Before my sister could catch me, I fell into the river. I survived, but I was afraid I'd be kidnapped again for my family's money. I'm trying to get everything I can out of this diamond. I heard the diamond is valued in the neighborhood of $2 million.
To $2 million?
It was still uncut, so it was about the size of a pint of milk.
Mmm.
Please stop making these reactions, Judge. I thought the other judge was weird, but these reactions just creeping me out, man.
The $2 million pint of milk. I don't know what to think about that. The defendant demanded that her sister Valerie make the change. But not as a detective, of course, but as an individual.
By the way, I want to ask you, Mr. Edgeworth, why do you think he wanted to make the exchange up there on the mountain? If he ever got surrounded, it'll be hard to escape.
There's one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's police involvement.
But
I mean, yeah.
The exchanger was a police.
But she was doing it on behalf of being an individual and not as a policewoman.
Okay, true.
In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he was being followed. With only one entrance to the mountain, he was ensuring his safety.
What a wickedly clever man that Mr. Falls is. Yeah, right. It was all your plan. Anyway, Valerie brought the diamond to the mountain and... Let's see. Okay. There is no hint, so I'm just like trying to see if I'm supposed to find something. And that's why you hid your identity? Yes. I already told my sister. Not my parents or anything else, because fuck them. I was stealing from them anyway.
Valerie Hawthorne, eh?
Yes, she's the only one who knew about me.
Meanwhile, legally, this witness has been deceased for 5 years.
I didn't ever want something like that to happen to me again. So, change identity. And that new identity was Melissa Foster, right? Yes, my sister helped me get the official paperwork taken care of. That makes sense. Without an insider's help, doing all of the paperwork would have been impossible. She was the only person left in the world I could count on. And you think I killed her? There's no way I could. Except I did, because I'm a awful person.
She's a heartless person.
Oh, that explains everything now. She's a nobody.
She's a nobody.
Kingdom Hearts, huh? Didn't know that was also a crossover.
I want to see that crossover now.
There's probably fanfiction.
This is the moment of truth for the witness too. This is the repeat. All right, what are you thinking?
Okay, I'm gonna go look at this because this is the only one I didn't press. Did you and Mr. Falls have a relationship? Okay, straight
Hello.
into it. What? Wow. No shit is given. Did you and Mr. Falls have a relationship?
This reminds me of L.A. Noire case, where the guy is just sitting on a porch, and you find a notebook that has a whole bunch of 10 to 14-year-old boys, their ages, and then descriptors like beautiful hair and strong arms or whatever. And you go up to the man, and he goes, "Are you a pedophile, Mr. What's up again?" And watching someone play, he goes, "Whoa, okay, we're just going straight into it." Like, are you a pedophile, Mister? And he goes, "Whoa, okay."
Well, yes. As a tutor. What? You were tutoring him, Mr. Falls. No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Mr. Falls came to the house to tutor me. What? That makes sense. 5 years ago, she was only 14. But what was he tutoring you on?
I'm not answering that question. He probably came up with the kidnapping plan during that time. The Hawthorns are in the jewelry trade and are quite wealthy, you see. Very quite clever, that fellow, Mr. Falls.
Did I hear him right? Did he call Mr. Falls a clever feller?
A clever fellow. Alright, what are you thinking? That's everything. What are you thinking? We know he was shot in the arm.
We know he was shot in his arm, and we know the exchange was actually made.
Yeah.
But lost to Eagle River. Oops. Okay. Cause it was lost to Eagle River 5 years ago, cause she had it.
Right.
He does not have it.
He doesn't have it, and Valerie doesn't have it.
And Valerie doesn't have it. So she had it. So she took the money, the gem for it. And for all we know, she and Valerie took that gem and split it or whatever. We don't know that. But we know that it was lost. They say they made the exchange. Which is true, because she had the gem. Right. It was in her backpack that she had. But she also took it.
Right.
So I think maybe it's this one.
What does it contradict in the statement?
It lost to Eagle River. And so it makes me very suspicious of this one. Because they did make the exchange, but it was still lost to Eagle River, which means it's not here anymore.
What we know is that Terry Falls did not shove her.
Yeah.
That she jumped.
But the diamond doesn't contradict that.
The diamond does not contradict that. If you want a hint, I can give it to you, but...
Kidnap for family money again, which technically this kind of was what it was about. That's true. I guess I'll give this one a try. Because this and this was the one that mentioned the diamond. But no one mentioned that it was lost. Kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. But okay, honestly, if I got the diamond and someone shot me, I would just fucking run for it. Just like, fuck it. I got the money now. I'm gonna give this one a try. Cause the thing is, like, he doesn't have the diamond. Or more specifically, the diamond was lost. So, I'll give this one a try. If not, I'll rethink something.
Okay.
Nope. Okay.
Yeah, this evidence contradicts the evidence.
Okay.
Pointer finger of yours. It very well could be.
Okay. First mistake of this case. What's the problem? Fingerprint are made from be pointing.
These boots are made for walking. Bless you. Bless you.
Use ransom for Dahlia. That's true. And that doesn't contribute. Lost to Eagle River.
So she did fall in the river because she's alive. She was not shoved, she jumped.
But we don't have anything to prove that. Or contradict that. Or to prove that she jumped.
We do.
What, the diamond?
No.
His testimony?
Go ahead and go through the evidence. I think that's all the hints I can give. So I'll let you do the rest.
I was gonna say, oh, she could probably jump off of that gap, and then I realized, oh, the gap goes straight into a bed. Oh, like
yes.
a bed.
Exactly. Right.
Oh, wait. If she was shoved off the bridge from behind, then she would have died because she would have landed.
Hit the bed. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I was so focused on trying to prove that she was the one with the diamond that I forgot about the map. To be fair, it's been like a month.
Yeah. also, it's not one that jumps out right away. Jumps out.
That only happened because I was like, she jumped off from behind. Oh, yeah. Wait, she would have died. Yeah. Wait a minute. If she was shoved from behind, she would have died.
Yeah. I love that. Like, you said it, and then he goes, wait. You
said that Mr. Foss pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe. But what is true? I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Foss.
Hair flick.
I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I should have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible. What? Impossible?
Impossible.
I asked the court. I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusty Bridge now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years.
That's a sturdy broken bridge.
I know, right? If someone had pushed you from behind just as you have claimed. Instead of being carried away by the river.
You would have hit the
You
bed.
would have hit and smashed by the bedrock below.
It's also pointy, so... Relatively. You wouldn't want to fall 30 feet.
Yeah, I guess it's...
Or 40.
I would say it's not, like, smooth, but, like... bumpy, but I wouldn't know if it's pointy, but, like, judging by that.
Yeah.
A most certain death. Or, spine injury.
30 to 40 feet. No, you're dead. You're dead, son. You're dead.
Oh, okay. If any miracle you'd live, spine injury, possibly brain injury, and a whole bunch of other injury that's just gonna be very, very hard to, like...
to survive from.
Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. By the non-existent win in this court case.
Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. Which would have been shallow.
But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference.
Oh.
It's true.
You're right. If the events occurred just as the witnesses testified, then the defendants couldn't be pushed the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of all this?
You see,
We're doing this. Just a moment, Your Honor. Look at him. Look at him. Now he's sweating bullets. Look at him.
Mia, on her first case and his first case, managed to break Miles Edgeworth's composure.
Yeah.
Which means that she was also had the making of a very good lawyer.
Uh-huh. It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she said nothing that she fell back from the back end of the bridge.
What? What do you mean?
After being shot in the arm, isn't it plausible that Mr. Falls panicked? Therefore, he couldn't have unwillingly pushed her off the side of the bridge? If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. So when I first played this is exactly what I thought. When you pushed her in the back, I was thinking because of the way of holding her, that she was going to be pushed from on the back off the side of the bridge. So that's that. I was stuck on this bit for quite a while when I played. All those years ago.
What? I don't know about this.
I know. Looking at it again, you've got ropes on the side, sort of preventing that.
Even in like that flashback moment, I saw that the side went up to at least like very high up.
No, I'm not saying that it was a smart thought. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanations correct?
Now that you mention it, I do remember now. When I fell off the bridge, my skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires. You can't be serious!
Order in the court! It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion.
Objection is right.
Objection.
Not now, Mia! There's no time to retreat! After you just yell out objection!
Yeah.
Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault.
Well, what?
I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible.
Ridiculous! What's so impossible about it?
The side rope things that are very, very, very much have multiple layers that's supposed to prevent you from going off the side of the bridge? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record.
Witness's photo.
Yes, like it went unchanged. Let me look at this again. Oh yeah, it goes up to their torso.
Yeah.
Their chest, like to about shoulder level of the person in the not Falls, the witness.
Right.
In the photo. Your Honor, all the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. No!
But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like that wouldn't be a problem for him.
If he had lifted her up and threw her, not push.
Yeah. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and threw her over.
That's not what you were fucking saying 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So young And already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls has been shot in the right arm.
Ah!
And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point blank.
Ugh!
If he had in fact lifted her, she would have shot him dead.
Yeah. So
Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge, that is clearly impossible.
Gah!
I like seeing young Edgeworth losing his composure.
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
Dahlia Hawthorne, you jump into the Eagle River intentionally.
What? What is this?
Why did we hear the tigers growl? Rawr.
Indeed, what do you mean by such a ridiculous remark?
Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffed. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that, it would have been suicide. Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current, but even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river.
Oh, then what is it? What is so important that she jump into the river?
The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of Eagle River. 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up to the mountain with her, the $2 million diamond.
Ah! No! It can't be!
Yes, Dahlia had it planned from the beginning. The $2 million. She was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Oh!
Why, that's simply ridiculous!
Is it? Is it really? Rebelling teenager against her parents?
Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan?
Yes. Are you kidding me? Have you met much 16-year or 14-year-olds? These teenagers are like ruthless. This woman is a demon. Whoa, wait.
Damn!
Yeah, straight up to the point.
Tell me how you
And
really
there's
feel.
one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? But she was a detective then. You're saying that she participated in her own sister's kidnapping?
Precisely. I'm sure it would weigh heavily on her conscience for the past. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years.
Like you said.
This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder.
What do you mean by that?
On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister, Dahlia. And then she told her what she was planning to do.
Planning to do? She was gonna tell the whole world the truth, as she wrote on her note.
That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatch a deliberate plan to kill two birds with one stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your own sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
Who's that laughing at a time like this?
Oh, look, her composure is broken. Forgive me. It's just hilarious.
Witness? Is that you?
You amuse me, woman. Miss Mia Fey. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? Evidence that I planned a kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted it with Mr. Falls and my sister. Well, And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? You can't provide evidence to at least show that.
Well, Miss Faye?
We don't have evidence for that, man. As far as I know, maybe she sold it on the black market.
Yeah, we don't have evidence.
I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Faye. Are you stupid or something? How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have the size to prove a Valley Hawthorne's murder. Of course, we didn't do any investigating.
Well, it seems that we've come to an end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicion. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense.
Of course you are. Is this it? Is it really over? That girl has made a fool of me and there's nothing I can do about it.
Ha! Without evidence, the trial is over? Who decides that?
Mr. Armando! Are we thinking now instead of where's the diamond? We're gonna be like, what she turned our thinking around, be like, what did she do with the diamond or whatever? Except that's not turning it around. But we're gonna turn our thinking around?
Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony.
The testimony?
On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fall's stolen car, and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right?
Yes, that's right.
In that case, there's only one answer, right? There is only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who is the one person who can testify to that demon woman's crime?
Who is it?
Is it our defendant himself?
Defendant ourselves.
Because obviously we're not gonna get anything from that demon woman. Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness.
A new witness?
Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls.
The defendant?
There's only one person who can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her youngest sister Dahlia disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all. And that person is Terry Falls.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this? Why not? The prosecution has no objection. Very well. Bailiff, bring in the defendant to the witness stand.
This is my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left.
Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes? I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me.
Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million.
That's not true. Mr. Falls, there's only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne, or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised never ever betray each other. Terry.
Oh.
Dahlia! It's true! You're alive!
You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad.
Tell the truth. Tell the real truth. I believed in you.
I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there's one thing I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry.
Leah. I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and only once. Well then, Mr. Falls, you will be the final testimony on this trial. Witness! Gah! I'm sorry! I apologize! Gah! Water! Please! Water!
Huh?
I can't talk! Need water!
He's also biting his iron ball. Please, someone get him to stop that.
Ha! Oh well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead.
You're giving up your coffee? Oh wait, yeah, I've already thrown like 5 cups at Phoenix. It's okay.
At least it will match the way he is probably feeling right now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself.
Oh, there's the swear word. The only swear word for the rest of the game.
Oh!
Who Terry Falls saw.
That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of the bridge. She was there, so I waited on the bridge.
She wasn't there.
She wasn't there, so I waited on the bridge. I watched my car from the bridge. I never put no body into that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked, then she left. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia.
Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you?
That's enough, Miss Faye. His last statement was a fitting way to end this final testimony of the trial. Well then, Miss Faye, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Is this how you wanted to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence?
There's only one person who can stop it. You, kitten. I think.
Yes, thank you for that vote of confidence. You had confidence in me for the rest of the trial.
Well, Terry Falls got there first, apparently.
Wait. 4 p.m. was at bridge.
And she wasn't there. Waited on the bridge. I watched the car.
Didn't put anybody in the car. One more thing. So in front of me, top left. That was Valerie, not Dahlia.
Again.
I mean, a wig isn't that hard to get nowadays.
Right.
Oops, okay.
I know it's so obvious, but he's clearly lying. He's been cursed by Dahlia Hawthorne. He'll probably go to his grave still believing in her.
Oh man, this is really sad. Mr. Falls.
Even if you can show he's lying, the poor guy will still be cursed. You still have to point out the contradictions anyway. That's the curse of being a defense lawyer, I guess.
Hang on, I need that.
Yep.
You were watching the car?
The bridge on the other side that was broken. Nobody came from there. So I was watching the car. Witness profile. Witness. No, the witness photo.
That's not the
That's not the witness photo.
Wait. Why was she on the inside of the bridge then? That was what I was wondering.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, because I knew you were wondering that because you made a face.
Okay.
What else were you expecting him to do?
I suppose that's obvious thing to do, but something's bothering me. I'm getting that feeling. A contradiction?
I wonder what's on the other side of that broken bridge anyway. No one lives there. Just a small shrine up on the mountain. That's it. Anyway, nobody came. No car, nothing.
Wait. So you were at the bridge first. Oh wait, so sorry. And then she stood in front of you?
Yes.
Mr. Falls, think carefully now. Are you certain that it was Valerie Hawthorne? Are you certain that she came from the bridge and stood in front of you making
Yes.
you on the inside of the bridge.
Yes, he is certain. I never lie. It's the truth. It was Valerie. I remember her face.
No, you don't. Wait a minute. If you remember her face, then why did you make her wear a scarf as identification?
Oh, sorry. I told a little lie. But the woman I met, she was different from the woman sitting here now. She was different. It was Valerie.
According to this picture, she should have been on the side of the broken bridge.
Mm-hmm.
How could she have walked in front and then in front of you? Like,
Yeah.
with you on the entrance to the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge. Are you sure of that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You're sure, huh? Well, then I'm sure too, Mr. False. I'm sure that you're lying.
I
I don't think that was a coughing noise, but...
Oh, I would love to hear the rationale on this, Miss Faye.
Did you already forget what you submitted as evidence? You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this picture. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right?
But that's the victim on the edge of the bridge.
Hit flick. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Mr. Falls, please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth.
I got there around 4 o'clock. It's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place. Did you go to the special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah. It's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore that we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love.
A memento?
5 years ago, I hid it under the base of the tree there.
God damn it!
It's a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I went to get.
It's the damn locket!
This little bottle on your on your necklace is a memento? It's quite charming, but it looks empty.
Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock, but he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes.
Ugh!
With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car.
No! Indeed, there's certainly enough time for it.
I still got a chance. Mr. Foss, there's no mistaking it. Huh? Mr. Foss? What?
That's enough. Please. Witness? I promised her 5 years ago. If it ever happens, that we can't trust each other no more, then
You took poison from the goddamn bottle?
we're supposed to drink bottle. No! Stop the trial! Your Honor, we need a recess!
We need it! We need medical!
I was so stupid. Couldn't keep promise. So I did it. I drank this.
No! We were so close! Just a little more! I was going to prove your innocence!
No. Not want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Sweet Dahlia again.
Mr. Falls!
Mr. Armando. Thanks for the coffee.
Mr. Falls! Holy shit! There was poison in the goddamn bottle!
And
so my first trial ended, suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners, only losers, including Edward. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul, I thought it never healed. I'm sure it was safe for the young prosecutor as well. But one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face. And the other judge didn't know what happened with her? What dumb bullshit is that?
'Cause we weren't supposed to know. Unforgivable. That witch.
We weren't supposed to know that he drank the poison?
We weren't supposed to know. We weren't supposed to be given any hints in the future for a future case because it comes up again.
Okay,
and
I
you
know
didn't,
that.
and you didn't, and you at the beginning of this game were not supposed to know that this was supposed to come up again.
True, but
yeah.
Still, that's like a weird thing to put in. Mr. Armando.
We were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kitten.
It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself.
Don't cry, kitten. You're gonna make my coffee all salty.
I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this.
Mia. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet.
Oh.
The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
But Mr. Armando.
No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them. One year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict was ultimately handed down to her was... guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over. At least, that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all this.
Another poison case?
Turnabout beginnings, the end.
Holy shit!
And if you remember, we heard Diego Armando's name earlier at the very first episode of this case. He was eventually poisoned by Dahlia Hawthorne as well. So.
Mm-hmm. But he's here as Godot.
In the next episode, we're going to be starting the last case for Trial and Tribulations. See you guys then.
Bye!